Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has now come out boldly. She has now said boldly that Akpabio has a history of violence. Akpabio has a history of violence. And she now listed a list of people that Akpabio has done it to. In fact, she announced this, she said this in court, and Akpabio has been in very, very serious trouble. People are saying that this woman is giving Akpabio very, very, very serious trouble. She's making serious expositions. She's exposing certain things that has been forgotten that Akpabio did, or certain things that many people didn't even know that Akpabio did. And she has come out to say that Senator Godswill Akpabio has a long history of violence. This news, she said it in court. It dropped like few days ago, few minutes ago, and we're bringing it for you here in Noble Media. This is it. Senator Natasha asked court to dismiss Nigerian government's case against her. Says Godswill Akpabio has a long history or record of violence. Akpabio has a long record of violence, and she went ahead to list them one by one and date by date. We'll begin to look at it. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, has asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to throw out the 6-count criminal charge filed against her by the Nigerian government. Because I told you that though that Natasha is back to the Senate, Akpabio and Yahaya Bello have not given up. Akpabio and Yahaya Bello still drag her to court and they filed a criminal charge. A criminal charge against Natasha. It was when Natasha was defending herself that she said that Akpabio has a long history of violence. Not only against women, but against many people. She described it as a politically motivated witch hunt designed to protect Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi Governor Yahaya Bello from public scrutiny. Yes, Natasha is saying that Akpabio is witch hunting her. Yahaya Bello is working together hand in glove with Akpabio to witch hunt her. Right? And that is why they are dragging her to court, saying that she committed a criminal offense. Please, if you believe that Natasha is representing her people well and she needs to be allowed to concentrate, please come under the comment of the video and type, Akpabio, allow Natasha to rest. Remove your eyes from Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Type it in the comment. Say, Akpabio, right now, focus on your duty. Remove your eyes from Natasha. Allow her to represent her people. In her motion filed through her legal team, Akpoti-Uduaghan accused the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, of abusing prosecutorial power and acting outside the constitutional limits set by Section 174, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which requires that prosecutions serve the public interest, the interest of justice, and prevent abuse of legal process. So Natasha is saying that what is going on in Nigeria is legal processes are abused in the interest of those in power, the interest of the president, the Senate presidents, the governors, the former governors, local government chairman, the big men, the billionaires, the influencers. These are the people that the legal system favors. But if it is the ordinary people or those in power do not like, or that they want to push until they join their party, or they want to push out, the legal system is just used to push them out. According to the senator, the charges before the honorable court were not instituted in public interest. Of course, laws, courts, police, army, governor, president, everything should be for the interest of the public, the overriding interest of the public. The charges before the honorable court were not instituted in public interest, but to shield the private and political interests of Senator Akpabio and Yahaya Bello. Can somebody tell us, what does Akpabio want to achieve by witch hunting Natasha? If they jail Natasha, now if Natasha were to be sent to prison, if the court, because of this whole criminal case, Natasha Akpabio and Yahaya Bello, that these men, two men, are coming together against this woman. If they succeed and Natasha goes to jail, what will they benefit? Can somebody explain that to her? Because it's quite difficult for us here in Noble Media to comprehend. She described the entire process as a gross abuse of legal authority, saying her prosecution serves no public purpose, but only seeks to silence a dissenting voice, exposing corruption and impunity at the highest levels of government. Yes, she is saying that why Senator Godswill Akpabio and former governor of Kogi State, of course, who is a jagaban of his own, because the EFCC cannot get him. Of course, the EFCC can get almost anybody that the president wants, but this Yahaya Bello was able to challenge the EFCC and went scot-free. Till today, EFCC were not able to catch him. It is this same Yahaya Bello that is working together with Natasha, with Akpabio, to say that Natasha committed a criminal offense. And Natasha is saying that they are doing this just to shut her up. She described the entire process as a gross abuse of legal authority, saying her prosecution serves no public purpose but only seeks to silence a dissenting voice, exposing corruption and impunity at the highest level of government. The 6-count charge, not just 1 count. Can you imagine the gravity of charges Akpabio is leveling on Natasha? Yahaya Bello is. Imagine when these two big men team together against one woman. Please, Natasha needs all the prayer she can get. Natasha needs all the support you can get. You watching this video, if you believe in Natasha, don't give up. Come to the comment of the video and type Yahaya Bello and Akpabio. Focus on your work. Allow Natasha to breathe. Allow Natasha to represent her people. The 6-count charge filed on May 22, 2025 accuses Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of making defamatory statements against Akpabio and Bello. That's Godswill Akpabio and Yahaya Bello. But in her supporting affidavit, she said the alleged statements were directed at them in their personal capacities and not as public officials. Okay? She maintained that the case has nothing to do with national security or public order, because the case they are bringing against Natasha is that what she said when she accused Akpabio and Yahaya Bello of attempting or plotting to kill her, that thing she said is against security of Nigeria and public order. Can you begin to comprehend that? And that it arose purely from political rivalry and personal vendetta. She maintained that the case has nothing to do with personal security or public order, and that it arose purely from political rivalry and personal vendetta. The charges contained in the information before this honorable court violates the principles enshrined in section 174 subsection 3 of the Constitution and amount to an abuse of legal process. The Attorney General of the Federation has acted beyond his power. This is Natasha talking. Let's take it again. The charges contained in the information before this honorable court violate the principles enshrined in section 174 subsection 3 of the Constitution and amount to an abuse of legal process. The Attorney General of the Federation has acted beyond his powers, and the continuation of this charge would occasion a miscarriage of justice, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan stated in her motion. Let's move on. The outspoken senator, of course, everybody knows that Natasha is always speaking. She's outspoken. The other time she's launching, giving out electric vehicles to her constituents in Kogi Central, and she just did a lot of street lights everywhere in Kogi Central. The outspoken senator further alleged that her statements were backed by verified media investigation and eyewitness accounts linking Akpabio to violence, corruption, and political intimidation during his tenure as Akwa Ibom State Governor. Don't forget that Akpabio was former Akwa Ibom State Governor. Let's take this again. Let's take what Natasha said again. Akpabio there are verified investigation, media investigation, and eyewitness accounts linking Akpabio. This one is the one Akpabio doesn't want you and I and the public to hear. Linking Akpabio to violence, corruption, and political intimidation during his tenure as Akwa Ibom State Governor. Let's move on. To back her claim, she attached several past newspaper publications describing them as public records that reveal the true nature of the person of the Senate President. she's opening the history of violence of Akpabio to the public in the courts. Let's take them one by one. Among the reports cited, if you have not liked this video, click on like now. If you have not subscribed, of course, this is the right time for you to just smash the subscribe button. Among the reports cited were Concord newspaper, August 15, 2012. Look at what the newspaper said. Bizarre. Occultic kingdom exposes Akpabio, writes President Jonathan, why they killed Barrister Efang mom and brother. You see, this one is about Akpabio. The next one, Concord newspaper, September 15, 2012. Mothers in Akwa Ibom, families and NGOs prepares case against Akpabio. These are public record. This one is not written by Natasha. It's not that Natasha brought all of them as evidence. Concord newspaper, December 21, 2011. Expose Grace Awana's death. Akpabio's connection. Akpabio is a dictator. He did not win the election. Prof. S.A. Sagay, senior advocate of Nigeria, as of 2011. It's not today that Akpabio started behaving this way. Please, somebody tell Akpabio, remove your eyes from this woman unless you want her to bring you down. Remove your hand and eyes from Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan before it is too late for you, Akpabio. Sahara Reporters, June 14, 2011. Dr. Ime Umana's open letter titled, Why Does Godswill Akpabio Want to Kill Me? This is another person as far back as 2011. Okay, look at another one. Premium Times, January 22, 2022. Interview with James Ineama. How Akwa Ibom become a killing field under Akpabio. Okay. Vanguard, March 25, 2025. Atiku Abubakar accuses Akpabio of corruption and abuse of women. Please, is there any connection between Akpabio and women? Does he like women also? The Will newspaper, November 11, 2013. Ethnic vengeance, why Akpabio tortures the Ibibio. Can you imagine? She noted that despite the grave allegations in those reports, neither Akpabio nor any security agency ever took legal action or refuted them publicly. A silence she described as tacit admission. It is clear that the attempt to prosecute me, this is Natasha talking, it is clear that the attempt to prosecute me is not driven by the need to protect the law or national interest, but to defend the reputation of individuals whose public record have long been stained by documented atrocities. Let's look at this again. This is very important. It is clear that the attempt to prosecute me is not driven by the need to protect the law or national interest, but to defend the reputation of individuals whose public record have long been stained by documented atrocities, Akpoti-Uduaghan declared. Let's move on. She also accused the Senate President's relatives, particularly Pat Akpabio, of recent conduct that only reaffirmed his violent and corrupt legacy. This development further verified and strengthened my claim that Senator Godswill Akpabio remains a man with a dangerous past and compromised moral standing. This is what Natasha is saying. Again, this development further verify and strengthen my claim that Senator Akpabio remains a man with a dangerous past and compromised moral standing. If you have not liked this video, this is the time to click on like. Of course, this is a developing story because Akpabio will soon launch his own attack against this woman. We are monitoring this situation and we'll be dropping all updates for you as they are coming. If you have not liked this video, like, share this video, click on join to become a full member of our channel. Most importantly, There's another important video on the screen. You can see it. Click on it and watch now.